Hi guys, welcome back to Beyond Thought Beyond, where I share about life, faith, and godliness. And today I'm going to be talking about a very interesting thought, which I've titled The Law of Cumulative Advantage. And one of the reasons that has basically led me talking about this is the fact that there are many times that we tend to see certain trends and we do not understand the spiritual underpinning of some of these thoughts, and we cannot appropriate them in our daily life and experiences. And one of those thoughts is what I've collinated under this topic that I've titled the law of cumulative advantage. It's not a very new topic, and it's basically based on the fact that, like, when you look at like the way life works, there is the beauty that comes with compounding rather than doing things erratically. And this law of cumulative advantage basically states that small initial advantage compounds over time, leading to significant success. And the beauty of this is not in the theoretical understanding of it, it is in the application. It is in the application that you know that the joy is in the process. And I'm going to basically be making you understand what I'm trying to say by probably giving examples and elucidating certain points that I believe is going to be important for you to actually build cumulative advantage in any frontiers you find yourself, be it relating to your spiritual life, be it relating to your finances, be it relating to your career, or be it relating to anything you find yourself doing and you really want to achieve a great success in it. And just like I said the other time, the law of cumulative advantage is basically the fact that small initial advantage, small initial efforts compound over time into becoming a greater success or a significant success. And take, for example, for instance, there's a certain student who studies for like 15 minutes on a daily basis, and there's a one that just like tries to cram before exams. Over time, the first student, due to the form of practice and the mastery that has come with doing it consistently and just putting in like a consistent effort into the enterprise of studying, is going to have the ability to retain more and excel well over time and not just on the exam day. The day of manifestation for that student that actually crams is basically like the exam day, and even things are not guaranteed. But for a student that has actually built a culture, built a system around their study system, it is easier for them to actually retaining ability, for them to actually like practice and become better at their craft or their studies, and that would be exemplified in the bigger results, which is like in the cumulative score of that particular student. And this is just an analogy for you to understand how small continuous effort can over time compound into bringing about greater success. And let's just apply it to our lives. And I believe that this is going to bring about great results. And it's just like a believer asking the question, why is my prayer life not really like bouncing? Why is my study life not really the way it's supposed to be? Why am I not like knowing the scripture? Why am I not having this some sort of like intimacy that I see other people express to God? And the reason is basically because of you have not put the smaller efforts that compounds over time that brings about the cumulative advantage or the significant advantage. And these are some points that I'm going to be elucidating for me to really embellish my point. And the first thing is basically for you to start. And one of the things you are going to find out is the fact that when you want to do something, it's all in your head, it's all in your mind, and it looks as if this is a very big thing to do, this is a very big task to do. But the moment you dabble into it, one of the things you are going to figure out is the fact that the beauty and the joy that comes with you actually starting is more than the stress that you've actually experienced in planning and preparing for that stuff mentally. So one of the things I'm just going to tell you is that start. And the second thing is basically create a culture to be consistent. And like one of the things you're going to see the Bible speak about in the book of Joshua 1:8 is the fact that this book of the law shall not depart out of my mouth, for I shall meditate therein day and night. And it is in that consistency that the power lies. If you want to build a significant prayer life, if you want to build a significant study life, the consistency is where the power lies. And you don't want to have a friend that just like they just like come out of the blues and they just say, hey, I just thought to check up on you. Like that person is your friend, but you never really build anything serious with them. But when you call someone your best friend, for instance, they are always in your matter, you're always in their matter. The consistency and the intimacy that you build is characterized by the time that you spend in actually cultivating that relationship. So, one of the things I just want to tell you is that start, no matter how small, just start. And the second thing is build consistency into your small start. And that was what I was saying about Joshua 1:8, that you shall meditate on this book of the law day and night, and then you will be prosperous and have good success. And it is on account of starting that then you can build a structure of consistency around it. And there's a difference between building consistency and actually something becoming an habit. When you build consistency around something, you somehow create some sort of like a ritual. But there are times that rituals cannot necessarily take people long, because ritual is underpinned by some sort of like a discipline whereby you're trying as much as possible just to tick it off your to do. But when you want to cultivate it, which is the third thing I want to talk about, you want to cultivate this thing into an habit in such a way that, like, where you know that I am beginning to love this thing because I know the advantage I'm going to get from it, and that is why I'm sticking to actually doing them. So start small, cultivate consistency, and migrate into forming this consistency built on the basis of ritual to becoming an habit. And one of the things you have to understand is the fact that habit has a way of shaping your destiny. Habit has a way of shaping your destiny. What do I mean? Bad habits can actually shape your destiny in the wrong way, and it can affect the outcomes of your life. And at the same time, cultivating good habits can actually shape your destiny in the right way. And there's this old saying about the fact that it's called the 1% rule, whereby if you improve yourself 1% on a daily basis, you become 37 times better. And this has been like, this is just mathematically proven. And it's just like, what can I do today that is going to give me a cumulative advantage in the frontiers of what I want to really get better at? And this is where the law of cumulative advantage comes into. And few days ago or a few weeks ago, I was talking about the parable of the talents on Instagram, and one of the things that I was talking about was the guy that was given a particular talent and he didn't maximize that talent. And what you are going to figure out from that is the fact that the master was angry because he was saying something like, "You could have actually given my money to the people that are going to let this money accrue interest than actually burying this money and you have no profit on it." So it's all about the consistency and the habits that you put into thing that determines whether you really want to go far in that thing. So I implore you today, you should apply this to every area of your life so that you can have a resounding success and you can build cumulative advantage. And I tell you the truth, this is what makes the singular difference between individuals that are successful in the frontiers of their influence and the individuals that are not successful in the frontiers of their influence. And for us as believers, we can't afford to live as mediocres. And this is the reason why this is important. So I want you to make a commitment to cumulative development, and by putting cumulative effort so that you can build cumulative advantage. Thank you for sticking through to this time. See you next time. Take care. Cheers.